Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to create an animation countdown in Cinema 4D similar to this, where it's counting down and it's also got that scale animation. We're gonna be doing it with the Xpresso, which is kind of like a node-based graphical programming environment inside of Cinema 4D. And we're gonna just start right off with a new file. Then you're gonna go into MoGraph, mode text, and there you go. Select it. You can just type in 0 for now, and we'll double click on it and we'll do countdown. Okay, for one of the first things we're gonna want to do is bring up our let's see, we're gonna do a null object, and we're gonna call this Xpresso controller, and we're gonna add our Xpresso tag in here, and that's how we're gonna handle everything. So we're gonna right click on it, Cinema 4D tags, Xpresso. We're gonna go ahead and dock our Xpresso whole deal here into here. And we're gonna make this a little bit smaller. We'll just move our camera around. We'll dial it in. So we're gonna get right to it. One of the first things we're gonna do, we're gonna drag our countdown inside of our Xpresso editor because we're gonna act upon it. And we're gonna right click anywhere, go to Xpresso, General, Time. This is how we're gonna be able to manipulate our time here. We're just gonna get rid of this for now. We'll just throw it in here. This is how we're gonna manipulate our time. We're gonna click here to add another port, and we're gonna go to the end time. We'll make this a little bit bigger. And right now, if we connect our, let's say our time, well, we have to get a port, an input port. We're gonna go to countdown, click on the little blue line, input port, and we're gonna go to object properties, text, right? Because that's what we're gonna want to control. If we connect time to text right now and just kind of rewind it, it's gonna count up in seconds. So we have 90 frames, it's going to be 3 seconds, and it's going to count up. We want it to count down. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to do this with, let's see, I think it's a float function. Is it? No, it's not the float function. Sorry. It's going to be our... It's going to be in the general, I think. Sorry, guys. Formula node here, and we're going to add 2 values. You can make this a little bit bigger. And we're going to basically get the first value, value 1, and we're going to subtract it from value 2. And this is going to help us be able to count down instead of count up. We're going to check the port names, and I believe end is going to be value 1, time is going to be value 2, and now we go to connect output to text. We're going to see it begin to not do anything. Let's see. Use port names. There you go. It's beginning to count down. The reason it's jumping like that in between is because it's using these, float numbers, and we have to create a new node, Xpresso, calculate math. Now we're going to use our math. We're going to go from formula output to math to float function value, and we're going to use a floor. We're going to round it down. Now, once it's rounded down, we're going to have numbers out throughout our staying on throughout the range of the second. Okay, now to create that animation, we're going to actually create a new range mapper node. We're going to take the output from the formula and connect it to the input. We're going to, inside this range mapper, we're going to output degrees. We're going to use this modulo setting. For the parameters, we're going to want negative 90 to 90. That's going to be like our range. The way we're going to handle this, so we can just kind of scale from the center, we're going to use a null. And we'll double click on it and we'll call this rotate controller. And we're going to set this, just select it, set this in the center of this, a little bit back, and then parent it under, countdown under the controller. Now, if we drag the rotate controller and we make a new input node, input port, we can go to rotation P, and if we hook it up directly now, since we're changing it to degrees, we can actually see it's just start rotate, and the way we're going to handle it so it stays on for most of the second, we're going to right click on here, inside the range mapper. We're just going to select the cubic preset for now, and we're going to just kind of move these splines so that the center, which is a majority, duration of the second is flat. That way, we can just kind of 0, 0. That way, it only animates in and out, and the straighter you can have this line, the better it's going to look. Basically, there we have it. It's a very cool animation. If you want to just expand upon this, you can add a plane. Just make it bigger. You can texture your plane. You can texture your countdown. And you can come in here and add a fillet cap and just kind of do whatever you want. If you guys want to do something like this where it scales up too, it rotates and scales up, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to see if you guys can figure it out. It's kind of the same deal. That's pretty much it. We have a nice animation without any keyframes. If you make your sequence longer, it'll just do it accordingly, and you can just bring your rotate controller up now that it's docked, and you can bring it more up because the 13 kind of sits up like that. And you can see it's working perfectly. You can render this out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very simple to use Xpresso to do some complex things. We can flip these around if we want. Thank you very much.